This is a quick tutorial on how you update the roster as the administrator or as an officer. So when you go to one of the pages for our meetings, you get prompted to log in, and I often use the Facebook login, but for this I'll just log in manually. And the default members view, it shows who's already signed up and what roles are open for this. And we can claim any of these by clicking on Take Role to claim it for ourselves. For the speakers, they also have the option to choose the speech number and topic that they're doing, and to include a title and introduction to be passed along to the Toastmaster. Now, when you're coming in here to administer, though, well, there are two things that are relevant. One is, if you're going to be conducting the sign-ups, you need the sign-up sheet. And this is the sign-up sheet. I usually change the printer to do landscape when I do this, just to make it fit on the page a little bit better. But it'll work even if you don't do that. And you can print that out to have a listing of who's going to be the speaker this week, who's already on the speaker list on the roster for future weeks. I'm not going to do this right now because I'm not going to be at that meeting. But what do you do with all that information once you come back and you have your list of speakers and grammarians and so forth for future weeks? Well, you can go in and click this link here that says Edit Agenda Roles. And now you can change all these things for other people. You can assign other people to the roles or reassign people who are currently in those roles. So the drop-down gives a listing of all the members who are currently shown as active in the system. Not available is just a placeholder if, say, we didn't want one of the speech slots to be available for that week. Somebody's giving a longer speech. But normally you would just select the person's name off the list. If somebody's on the list and they just called you up and said that they want to withdraw, we can click Delete. And when we submit the form, that person will be deleted. Just for demonstration purposes, I'll assign myself as the videographer here and post changes. And when we come back, we'll show Dave Carr as videographer. And I'm not going to be at this meeting, so I'm going to remove myself. Also, when you do post revisions, so when I update this for this week, it will come back and it will actually add a few other links. And I did this because if you're coming back with that sign-up sheet, you have sign-ups for several weeks in advance. So if I just updated the 15th, it's also showing me the options for updating the following week and the week after that. So you just go through and make all these changes. Now, ideally what we might want to try and do too is going back in after the meeting and making edits to make sure that what's in the system matches up with reality. I do have something where you can also go back and get a report, and this is under this RSVP events thing. I'll probably add a more prominent list, but I have a progress report screen where it's possible to see the most recent speech somebody has given. And right now it's showing the progress report for me because I'm logged in. But I can also go back and see this for Frank. And this should show me the most recent speeches he's given since we instituted this website system, and some of the other roles that he's filled lately. So we can see some of his activity and what kind of progress he's making towards achieving his awards. That's all for now.